Looks like there's smoke rising in the distance. Miss Shikue. We found it. Looks like the pilot isn't inside. If they escaped before it came down, they should still be nearby. There. That must be who...
Quiet.
Jenderal.
Can't be. Don't think about running. Something's not right.
Mau HP.
here. It's too dangerous. Go get someone from the Skyfaring Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Cheney. We've been in worse danger. The dead return!
Is that all? Here, this thunder!
What a headache. I'll end your misery.
Nothing major. Let's settle this.
This ends here! In the name of Lend, a will forged in ice never falters! Conflict is pitiless!
I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
There are too many monsters. Let's hold out for a little longer. The Cloud Knights should be here soon.
Just run! These monsters can't get up here anytime.
No can do, Miss Cheney.
You two have held out long enough. Help is at hand. Cloud Knights, formation! Prepare to engage! Hold on, Cheney. We're coming to get you!
Show no mercy. Let's settle this.
This ends here.
There's no time
I'll
to lose.
free you from disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here, this thunder!
So you are afraid of me. Who's next? I'll end your misery.
You have my gratitude.
Eternal sleep is nothing.
Dead return!
A foregone conclusion.
Conflict is pitiless!
Don't mess with me.
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
You chose the wrong enemy. Follow my charge.
Here, this thunder!
Show no mercy.
Who's next?
I'll see you off. There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless. Is that all?
In the name of Landau, a will forged in ice never falters!
What a headache.
This
I'll
ends
free
here.
you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Here, the thunder.
Who's next?
Is that all?
The dead
Return! Conflict is pitiless.
I didn't know the Helm Master of the Skyfaring Commission dealt with situations like this in person.
Indeed. I should be reviewing files in the Palace of Astrum. However, Qingni decided to put herself in danger and trouble our esteemed guests with her safety. As her mother, I couldn't sit idly by. Qingni, have you thanked your...
Thank you that...
No need, Miss Qingni.
You flatter me. This is a Skyfaring Commission affair, yet the two of you... It was because of both of you that Qingni escaped unscathed. Words cannot In fact, by way of thanks, I'd like to invite you to the Palace of Astrum for tea.
The feeling is mutual, Lady Yukong.
Then, for now, I will excuse myself. Qingni's irresponsible actions caused much trouble for the two of you.
You always do this, Mother. Scold me before figuring out It was a dire situation. I was the only one who could...
You promised me, Qingni. Please excuse us, benefactors.
I didn't know Yukong had that sight. You have a unique... But you're not wrong. Appearances seemingly tell us little about the lives of the Xianzhou. Yukong's inner worries and concerns came to the surface in the presence of her daughter. Only then was it clear that she, too, is somebody's mother. Yes, after all, I know what it's like to worry over a kid's homework, but there's something I don't understand. Yes, Qingni piloted a star skiff without permission and put herself in danger, but she meant well. Nevertheless, anyway, let's head over to the Palace of Astrum. Let's avoid sudden exclamation. Remember, this is no field trip. We're having tea with the Helm Master of the Sky. All right, let's head out before...
Kenyang.
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Why won't you listen to me?
Because it's my life! You know I have the talent to make it. I can become the Luofu's best pilot, just like you were.
Talent? You'd be dead if it weren't for those two travelers. Do you think stealing a star skiff and taking to the skies is a show of talent? What about being trapped by abominations? Did you at any moment think about what I would feel if something happened? Do you know how many people dream of a relaxing desk job at the Skyfaring Commission? You promised me to work responsibly in your post. Not only have you broken the Skyfaring Commission's regulations, you've broken your promise to me.
I already told you. I had no choice. I want to help you and the Skyfaring Commission. I got the highest grade in the fighter pilot test. They all said I was a genius, like you. But no one even knew I had to take the test behind your back. You would never have allowed me to go if I told you about it.
Behind my back? Do you really think you could have walked into the test and sat in the cockpit if I hadn't given my permission behind the scenes? As for genius, don't mention that word to me again. Why do you insist on becoming a pilot?
And I don't understand why can anyone in the world become a fighter pilot except the Helmmaster's daughter? Don't you realize how ridiculous that is? You may not want to fly anymore, but don't trap me down here with you.
Qingni, where are you going? I'm sorry you had to witness this.
Apologies, Madam Yukong. We should have given you some time.
On the contrary, I apologize for allowing—
We don't intend to pry into private business, Helmmaster Yukong. But if there's—
family issues, I'm afraid. Despite my earnest wish that she continue in her post, Qingni is fixated on becoming a fighter pilot. It's funny, isn't it? I've seen every disaster imaginable, from the abundance axis to a living planet. But when I fought alongside you, I realized there are still things that can terrify me. I invited you here to gain a better understanding of the Express. Oh, I prepared refreshments for you. Please, you must— Please accept these gifts as thanks for saving my daughter. I'd heard that the Nameless had traversed the Starry Sea, but—
Well, I'd heard from members of the Skyfaring Commission that you were a top-tier pilot, Madam Yukong, and an ace among the Cloud Knights. Now that I've seen you in action, I know the rumors were true. I hope we'll head off now. The Commission must be busy. I look forward.
On my flying ability, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you, Mr. Yang.
You too, please. Thank you for saving me, benefactors. You think so too, benefactor? But I've had the hairpin ceremony. I'm an adult now. I have the right to pursue my dreams. Mom?
Miss Qingni, these are family matters. I'm not sure it's my place to comment. However, in my personal experience, becoming a parent often means we become obstinate. To erode a rock, one must be patient. What I mean to say is, instead of trying to prove yourself suddenly, perhaps you could demonstrate your ability to look after yourself methodically, over time. Don't you think, Miss Qingni?
My mom is actually a reasonable person, but she gets unreasonable as soon as I mention flying. She hid my Starskiff toys, dragged me away from the port when I stayed behind to count ships, forced me to study for ages. I did everything I could to work my way into the Skyfaring Commission. But she used her authority to assign me a desk job. Every time I walk along Star Watcher Avenue and look up at those ships flying. Speaking of empty inside, so... I've been so angry today I forgot to eat. How about this? My mom thanked you guys with refreshments, so I should do the same. Let me take you around Starskip Haven. We're here. The thing about the most authentic snack on the Cienjolafu is it's a drink, and it's inside this vending machine. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't have the... Here. Mung Bean Soda. This thing has a bit of a unique flavor.
Let me try.
Oh. Is there a drink like...
No. This reminds me of when I first boarded the Express and forced myself to drink Himiko's coffee, and how my taste buds never
how is it? That bad, but I guess not everyone can accept what I like. Well, don't force yourself. Let's go somewhere else.
You know, there are a lot of mung bean soda moments in life. If you don't try, you won't know. Unique experiences are often a product of risky choices.
Tell that to my mom. Her #1 life lesson is, you can't turn back once you enter the sky. Pilots are always dancing with death. I know she's right. I know being a fighter pilot is an exhausting and dangerous job, but I still want to fly among the stars. To fight for the Xianzhou Alliance across the vast galaxy.
Why are you so dedicated to that idea, Miss Qingni?
Have you heard of the Foxian birth fate tradition? Soon after a child is born, we surround them with items that represent future destinies. If the child reaches for a jade abacus, then they'll grow up to be a diviner. If they reach for a sword, then they'll grow up to be a famous warrior. And if they reach for a toy star skiff, No, not me. Mom reached for the star skiff and showed a natural talent for flying. General Jing Yuan recruited her to the Cloud Knights as soon as she was old enough. Later, she achieved miracles. One time, she destroyed 3 beast ships in a hail of Barisan anti-aircraft fire. Like an arrow tearing through a thunderstorm. I'm proud to be Madame Yukong's daughter. I've wanted to become a legend like her.
I can imagine. A parent is often a child's first hero, and their image...
She never told me any of those stories herself. And she hasn't piloted a star skiff since the 3rd Denizens of Abundance War. She doesn't even bring up her military achievements. I used to watch her fly when I was young. Then one time, I stole a star skiff, and I tried all kinds of difficult maneuvers. I remember feeling so happy when they took me to see my mom. There I was boasting about the flight, expecting her to laugh, pat my head, say, "That's my girl," or something. I admit, I deserve to be punished. You can't let a kid get away with stealing a star skiff. But my mom was angry about more than that. She was angry.
Parents never want their children to be in danger.
But flying is the only thing It's Mom's secretary, Miss Sequay. She just sent me a message. Mom lost one of her trinkets in Stargate. Miss Sequay suggested I find the trinket and return it to Mom. Said it...
In Stargazer Navalia?
Is it really okay to bother you two again? Sorry. Please don't... The fight with the abominations was pretty chaotic.
Do you know what it looks like?
Let me think. It should be a...
This is your area of Your powers of perception are impressive, that's all.
Mom always carries this trinket around with her, but I never realized... Is this... This is what pilots hang in their starscape.
It must be very close to Helmmaster Yukong's heart. Let's head back, Miss Qingni. I think...
Not yet. I want to go back...
If you want us to help you persuade your mother, I'm afraid that could be difficult.
No, you misunderstand. What turned an ace pilot? Someone who loved to fly. And my mom clearly misses her flying days. Otherwise, she wouldn't keep this on her person. But she doesn't fly anymore and refuses to...
I think we should try General Jing Yuan first. He's been busy at the Seat of Divine Foresight recently. We might not get to see him right away. Still, it's worth a try.
General Jing Yuan? Are you sure it's okay to go straight to him? Oh.
No problem. If we can get to the bottom of why Helmmaster Yukong no longer flies, we can't help you too directly, But an indirect conversation like... yeah.
In that case,
Let's take it in turns. You rest. I'll stand guard.
Mr. Yang, and you? What brings you to the seat of divine foresight?
It's nothing urgent. We were hoping to...
Yukong? I heard an office worker from the Skyfaring Commission flew a star skiff to assist in the present crisis, but ran into trouble herself. The seat of divine foresight heard that Yukong's seldom seen but often feared temper was on display.
We heard that Helmmaster Yukong was an outstanding pilot, but that...
Yukong herself is best placed to answer such questions. But naturally, you are here because you fear that Helm... If you wish to dispel Miss Qingni's curiosity, perhaps we can take a small step back from... This is a divine...
This object has been stored inside Helmmaster Yukong's purse. She thought it might be a way to find out more about Yukong's past, and...
This object is no ordinary trinket. It is... I'm sure you're both familiar with the Xianzhou's long galactic hunt. But have you heard of the denizens of Abundance Wars? As the Xianzhou has continued to cleanse the universe of immortal abominations, so too has the Abundance Axis succeeded in breaching our defensive 30 years ago. The Xianzhou Yaoqing and Fenghu were besieged by our enemies. Even in the long history of warfare between the Xianzhou Alliance and the denizens of Abundance, we were greatly outnumbered by the abominations of Abundance. Almost 1 million fighter pilots fought in the bitter battle. Those had the Rainbow Arbiter not descended and destroyed the enemy's assault with their sky-shattering Lux Arrow, who's to say whether the Luofu would still... Such divine objects were forged from the embers that the Arbiter's divine arrow left behind. For the survivors, these relics contain... Yukong is a survivor of that war. Her best friend.
I don't have any other questions.
I do not wish to speculate on the reason behind Helmmaster Yukong's reluctance to fly. However, it is difficult to discard one's past. Perhaps it is not my place to say, but I believe Qingni has the right to know about the past.
Thank you, General. We apologize for...
Mr. Yang, you jest. How can harmony between parent and child constitute a triviality?
Let's go. We should head to Starskiff Haven.
You're here. My mom isn't in a great mood. She went. My mom isn't the irresponsible type. She only skips work if she's managed to.
You two are.
Well, we do both like to take a walk after a fight. The only difference is that I come to this side of Starskip Haven and she heads to the other. Yeah, anyway. Did you find anything out from...
Did Helmmaster Yukong never bring this up with you?
I was always curious about her past. In the end, I realized she probably experienced something that left a scar. A scar that never...
Indeed. That's probably why Yukong was never willing to fly again after the battle.
So she doesn't want me to fly because she remembers the pain of losing her friend. And she thinks that...
I can't guarantee that's what she's thinking, Miss Qingni.
You're right, Mr. Yang. But I still have something else to check first. I remember watching her handle a document with great care before she filed it away.
Do you still remember where it was
Vaguely. But there are so many files stored in the Skyfaring Commission.
A couple of Outworlders going through Skyfaring Commission files.
Of course. You're right. Sorry. Mr. Yang me. We can use this one. Okay. Let me... It should be here.
Miss Qingni, I don't think that...
It should be fine. This is from decades ago.
No, I still think I shouldn't read it. You stay here.
Is it really that big of a deal? I'm sure they're just her... I understand. I can tell Mr. Yang... Let's read it together. Maybe her diary...
is the meaning of this? The Helm Master. What do you have in your hands? Let me see. How dare you read Madame Yukong's personal diary? And with her daughter, too.
Mr. Yang Min, please, calm down.
I see. Qingni, I know Madame Yukong's position on you becoming a pilot.
I understand, Mr. Yang Ming. But now, compared to become, I want to know what happened. How she went from...
I've been here for a long time, Qingni. If there's something you wish to know, just ask. No, this isn't something I should read. Don't... Yes. Miss Tsai? I remember her. She was an ace. Her husband, Mr. Guang Yuan, was a pilot. They manned the same skiff and were the envy of... But when it came to pilots, your mother was the best match for her. They flew together all the time. Even Mr. Guanyan couldn't match their numbers. Well, after he passed away in battle, Tsai rarely teamed up with anyone except your mother. It was tragic when Tsai died soon after. That's the life of a pilot. No, Tsai's death was a big blow to Madame Yukong. After the battle, she refused to turn in Tsai's possessions as per regulations. As her subordinate, if Madame Yukong is unhappy, how can I be happy? I mean, just...
Where are Miss Tsai's possessions? Thanks for telling us all.
You're welcome. I suppose you're going to go through Madame Yukong's office. I can understand your position, Qingni. I'll take my leave and pretend I didn't see anything. Please don't tell your mother that you saw me today.
Got it.
Ensuring the security of public assets. Hurry. Madame Yukong will be...
My mom keeps lots of stuff in her desk. That's the selling point of this desk. Super simplistic design with super space. There are hidden compartments on the left, right, and... Got it. This looks similar. So, I suppose I've always had a feeling. Don't let that child touch. Is this why Mom refuses to let me? When I was little, I asked my mom where my dad was. I thought she was just a bad liar. I feel a lot closer to Mom after reading this diary. Can you come with me one more time? I want... It's fine. I don't need you to do anything.
You're all done? I see. Let's find... We're here to help, but he and I really should...
It's okay. When Mom feels down, she usually goes to take in a view of the Jade Gate. She should still be there. Let's go. Mom?
Qingni, why are Mr. Yang and they here too?
Miss Qingni kindly agreed to show us around Starskiff Haven. She mentioned...
Thank you. I must apologize.
Mom!
All right, it's getting late.
Actually, I want to talk to you about something. I want to become a fighter pilot, no matter what.
We've talked about this many times.
Seems like Miss Qingni is a little...
I thought Mr. Yang said we shouldn't interject.
Is that Sai's diary? How did you... I understand now. I don't expect to gain your forgiveness.
Mom, what are you talking about? I'm your daughter. Our bond is bigger than forgiveness and reason.
Just like you, I once longed for the sky. I know what it feels like to fly through and to float like a single leaf in the fathomless stellar sea. Sai was like that too. We were friends since childhood. We flew star skiffs everywhere, causing trouble until the Knights caught us. We soon became the most elite fighter pilots of the Skyfaring Commission. You never knew if the friend next to you would make it back alive. But those are my best memories. We would strike out into the sky, repelling demons and upholding justice. Oh, system space all clear today. Great weather for flying.
We're engaging the main Borison fleet this time. Don't...
Huh? Sounds like maternity leave knocked the wind out of your sails.
Oh, shut it. I think you're just excited because you haven't flown with...
Of course I missed you. The galaxy felt smaller without you. Say, Sai, really didn't think you'd come back.
You bet. Sure, it's exhausting, dangerous, but given I guess I already touched this.
Mind is mysterious. I've lived for more than 200 years. Forgotten nearly every conversation I've... It was...
Thank you.
Sai, she's your daughter. The rescue's almost here. Stay with me. Qingni's Sai. When I climbed out of the burning carcass of the star skiff, I looked up into a clear sky. It was the most beautiful sky I had ever seen. All I could feel in my dream. That was...
Mom, this is the first time I've heard you talk about this. But I won't hide from it. I'm not afraid to walk the same road as her. If my sacrifice can...
You are so very similar to Tsai. The more outstanding you became over the years, the more fearful I turned. You know, the cruelty has never claimed victory. Me, Tsai, your father, Guang, do you know how we won that war? The war that took away Tsai.
The Rainbow Arbiters...
Yes. The mighty blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter annihilated all abominations in a single strike. We had to pay with the blood of hundreds. If crushing our enemies was as easy as breathing for the Rainbow Arbiter. Under the might of an eon, the sacrifices of ordinary creatures are but a joke. We are nothing.
Mom.
But I never should have allowed my fears to compel me to make decisions for another person. I brazenly interfered with your choices.
Mom, you don't...
I'll take you to fill in the paperwork tomorrow. You'll start as ground crew, just like Tsai and I did.
Huh? Really?
I was afraid of you following in my footsteps. And more afraid of you taking after Tsai.
Mom?
Tell me.
I want to... fly with you. But... why?
Because... I already touched the sky.
Take caution. Some people may try to blend in and infiltrate.